I'm Joey.
I'm Brandon.
And we are going to do a rundown of our EDCs. I'm going to go first because I carry the most stuff. I work in heating and air, and because of that, I carry a lot of just tools and just little things that we use at work a lot.
So the first 10 minutes of the video will be his EDC. The last 30 seconds will be mine.
Pretty much how it's going to go. I'm going to start with this because it's my favorite. It's a Sub 2000 made by Keltec, 9mm. It runs on Glock magazines. It does that, and because it does that, it stays in this bag that I got at Academy. Fits in there perfectly. It stays in the van most of the day. I carry it around a lot, though, on my person. No one has ever been suspicious of it having been a firearm. That's just never come up for me. I keep a 17-round Glock 17 magazine. This is actually the one that came with the gun, and it is a Magpul, not a Glock. But it fits flush. So if need be, it can be deployed, charged, and then it can fight. This is the Glock 23 I keep on my hip. It's the 40 caliber compact Glock. I like it. I like it a lot. I've shot it in some competitions. It's a good gun. So that's weapons of what I carry. I do carry a stick mag backup for this, which is 22 round, and I carry two 33 round sticks for the Sub 2000. I also have a TLR-1 light mounted to my rifle, and I have a Magpul angled foregrip that it all matches. I spray painted it. I've got a sling swivel that I mounted up here so I can have a 2-point instead of just the 1-point. Personal preference on that. I keep a carabiner on the bag that I carry. It's climb rated. And I do climb with it. I do use it at work to carry stuff up ladders, stuff like that. Going out of my pockets here, I have my wallet. It's got my permit in it, my ID, you know, wallet stuff. Credit card, blah, blah, blah. I've got some 9mm bullets. I've got a dime. I've got these little Cobalt scissors instead of a multi-tool. They've got like a blade and screwdrivers and stuff. I use them for little screws every now and again, very rarely. The scissors are great though. This is a LED Lenser F1. I got it at Cabela's, around 80 bucks, but it's an awesome little light, very bright for the size. It runs on one CR123 battery, and it will burn through those batteries. Those batteries are not cheap. Okay, so keys, gym membership card thing. The pocket knife I carry is a CRKT M21-14 SFG. I believe that designation has something to do with the serrations. I don't know how well you can see that. If you can't see it, Google the CRKT serrations. They're the proprietary ones they use. I hate serrations. I love these. They're awesome. They rip through stuff. Wire ties are a pain to cut. These just rip through them like they're not even there. Also, the SF part of that designation, I believe, is Special Forces, is what that stands for.
Probably. They like their military personnel.
Anybody military, if you're watching this and you use CRKT, not even necessarily this knife, but a CRKT, let us know. We'd like to hear that. This is a Gerber suspension. Great multi-tool, not nearly as expensive as the Leatherman? Leatherman.
Yes, they get up there in the 80s and 100s.
Yeah, and I break and lose shit a lot, so not doing it. Like, I'm just not. This was, I think, $25. I actually have 2 pairs of these, and I love them to death. Let's see. Cigarettes, lighter, Sharpie, little pin light. It almost failed on me there. It's one of the twist kind. I really don't prefer that. I prefer the button kind. It's got one of those I'm a cool kid, tactical, window breaker, stab people, pin-like things. It's not actually a pin. It does not write. I found that annoying. Left side's medical. The zipper is evidently busted on this, which it's still not flopping open, so I'm not going to count that as a loss because all my stuff, you know, is still there. It's just kind of annoying. But I did pack it a lot. I need to step up and get a bigger pouch just because there's so much stuff in it. And person's bleeding to death now because I can't get my gear. Alright, there we go. So, again, heating and air work. People get injured. It happens. It happens a lot. Rubber gloves because I'm not touching warm, wet fluids that ain't me own. Where rubber? Tampons for puncture wounds. I've got ace bandage, applying pressure if you sprain something or whatever. That's just gauze wrap, normal gauze wrap. Quick clot. Not a lot of experience with it. Have used it. Does stop bleeding. These are just some normal 4x4 gauze pads. I've got, this is the medical tape. Medical tape and 4x4 gauze pads, if you just throw that in your pocket, like, you're pretty much good for anything that's going to just happen, generally speaking. Cap 5 tourniquet, because if you get an arterial bleed. Israeli bandage, the wrapper can be used as a sucking chest wound bandage. Need to get some halo seals, I just haven't gotten around to it. Big surgical dressings, have used these in the field, they work well when you get like a really nasty bleed, but you don't really quite need, you know, a Cat 5. Alcohol prep pads and band-aids, I use these a lot. Q-tips for ear cleaning, they work well for all kinds of cleanings, and they're sterile, so keep that in mind. Gel burn dressings, I have yet to use a gel burn dressing. If you're watching this and you're emergency medical personnel, you've been in a field in which people get burned and you've had to use these, let us know what you thought about them, how they worked for you, your experience with them. We'd like to hear that. Let's see. Condor. Oh, Condor rip-away EMT pouch, I think is what they call that. It's got a little red tab so you can quick pull through the zippers that fuck up on you and open your stuff faster. Notice the zipper on this is actually, I don't know if the camera's picking that up, it's actually starting to kind of bulge out. So far so good on this, but I don't know how much longer it's going to last. Again, hard on stuff. It does have a little Velcro pouch right here that is completely useless in my opinion. It does have a tearaway American flag patch, which I think looks badass. OD.
OD.
Yeah. 2 sets of ear pro. I lose ear pro a lot. When I go to the range, I never have it. Wire ties. Used for tying wires, believe it or not. I've got 2 fine point pins. I have a paper pad that is just normal, normal paper. I don't like the Ride in the Rain pads. We used them at work and had a lot of problems with smudging. They just didn't work well for us. If it's raining, get under something, then write. Put it in a Ziploc bag, maybe. Like, I vacuum sealed all this other stuff. If I really wanted to, I'd vacuum seal that. It's just never been an issue. Carry a carpenter's pencil sometimes if we're marking holes and stuff. A little pry bar. It's a paint can prior is what it is, but it's a little pry bar to have if you need one. This side has, this is a flat light. I don't know if you can actually just buy these anywhere. I was mailed one by the Paralyzed Veterans of America Association after donating to them. I had no idea they were going to send me this. It's kind of neat though. Not the brightest thing in the world, but it is teensy tiny flat, and I have used it, and I kind of don't want to because the battery's going to die. I can't replace the batteries. This is a Camillus sharpening tool. Not too happy with the sharpener. I mean, it works. It'll basically make your knife not a butter knife. It's got a flat blade that goes into the flat blade screw on my CRKT perfectly for tightening that, and it's got these little star head bits. And knife guys know that these little screws that go on your pocket clip, I have no idea how well that's showing up on camera. Pocket knife has a pocket clip. The little screws that hold it in are usually star bits. They will back out. You will lose them. This just gives me a way to tighten those up when I'm at work or doing whatever. I carry quite a few AA and AAA batteries in this little flap down part of this pouch. Got some Velcro right there. Usually I'll stow my ear probe behind that, fold it up, just keep it from getting everywhere. Double and AAA batteries, I carry a lot of those. Bungee cords. Did I mention the bungee cords?
Don't believe so.
Okay, bungee cords. I carry 2 little bungee cords. You can get them at Walmart in a big case. They're in the camping shit. They're awesome. Use them for all kinds of stuff, even if it's just holding a door open. Like, you just put one end around the door and find something to hook it to. Works great. Love those. Love bungee cords. I have a bag of wire nuts, mostly the orange. If you're HVAC or electrician or anyone who's ever used wire nuts, you know colors indicate size. I've got mostly orange and a few red for bigger wires. If you don't know that, then don't fuck with wires because you're just going to electrocute yourself. Thermostat, screwdriver. This was the coolest one in the world because it had a level in it. I actually broke the level, the fluid drained out of it. But it has this core tool which you can use. They're the same valves, Schrader valves on your tires. So if you're not heating and air, you're never going to be removing the valves from your AC unit. You could still use this if one on your tire goes out, starts leaking by, pop it out, pop a new one in, air it up, you're good to go. And it's just a little flat blade screwdriver, but I carry it for thermostats. And then I have the SOL Traverse tin. I took a lot of stuff out of it that it came with, and I put my own stuff in it. This is the 1 liter bag it comes with. I highly recommend you maintain this 1 liter bag because you don't know what's going to happen. Like for us, we work way out in the boonies, and van goes down way out in the boonies. Worst case scenario, we're walking home. Best case scenario, we're waiting for hours. If I'm waiting for hours and I've already like drank all the fluids I carry with me, which is shit fluids anyway, I carry like Monster energy drinks. I'm going to want some water. Gives me a way to collect water. I have 2 purification tablets. Gives me a way to purify the water I collected. I have a space blanket that I keep in there. It comes with a huge one. I dedicated that to a different kit, and I carry this smaller one. It's mostly for shock patients more than anything else in the EDC role for me personally. I guess if I absolutely had to shelter myself from the elements, I could string it up. I carry bank line. I'm not 100% how many feet of bank line it is. It's a shit ton of it. Bank line's great because paracord's way more expensive. It does not hold knots as well either. Like if you really need to tie something off and you need that knot to stay, I'm trusting bank line over paracord. I carry 3 backup CR123s for my light. I have the striker. Make sure I'm doing that the right way. Very specific on these. I have the flint striker. I've yet to actually use this to start a fire. And I have the quick tenders. I have a roll of duct tape that I keep in here. And I'm bad about replenishing my gear because I should have electrical tape in the green pouch. And I don't because I used it all. And then, thank God, oh God, they included a rape whistle.
Yeah, I hate for you to run through all your hundreds of rounds.
Yeah, like, I don't carry enough ammo, so when that horde of rapists come down upon me, I will be able to blow this whistle after emptying all these rounds.
And they will stop.
The cops will storm in because they didn't notice all the gunfire, but they heard that fucking rape whistle. Get a gun, ladies. Like, nobody's raping my ugly ass. If you're a woman, especially if you're a hot one, get a fucking gun. This is paper, and one of them talks about how to use the purification tablets. I carry it because it's fire starter. Yeah. Yeah, dude, like, I know how purification tablets work. If you don't, fill the liter bag, drop it in there. Wait, job done. So you can use this fire starter if your lighter burns out or it gets wet. You can use the flint and some paper to light your cigarette. Just little stuff like that. That's everything I carry. Oh, I carry an iPhone with this awesome Magpul case that somebody gave me. That's incredible. I spray painted a Punisher skull on it because Frank Castle is second to God, and you can't really see it anymore. It's an iPhone 4, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. iPhone 4.
So now that we're done with the Madman's EMP, EDC, excuse me. I think we're gonna move on to the desk workers EDC. Let's see. I'm either carrying a Glock 23 like my buddy.
Jesus, we lost it.
It's somewhere in there.
Oh, I found
there
a
it
loaded
is.
gun.
We'll find one. Let's see. It's rolling 13 plus 1. Great. And then with the extension, it's running 22.
I don't know why I showed you that. You can't see that from there, can you?
Let's see. Today I'm carrying a Canic TP9, 18 plus 1. Make it cold. Love a gun. It's an FDE. Great trigger for a $387 gun with Georgia tax.
That trigger's incredible. I have shot that very pistol. It has an awesome trigger, and to me, it's a beautiful gun. I love the FDE and the black and the contrast. I like that gun a lot.
Let's see, I'm carrying it in a inside the waistband Kydex Red X holster. Great holster. It's actually the first day I carried it. Seems pretty good. Not a real positive click to it, but hey, you can't be picky with a Canic. Let's see. In my left support pocket, I carry a spare Vanguard magazine, 18 rounds. Carry a 400 Gander Mountain flashlight, gray EDC light, pretty lightweight, all polymer. I think I paid $40 for it on sale.
Is that the color?
Yes,
options?
it does.
It does do the different colors.
It does have different colors. It's got green for read maps, blue for supposedly bodily fluids, and red for SOS or to preserve your night vision. In my other assault side pocket, I have a folding Gerber knife. I've only been using it for a couple days. I usually carry a CRKT Thyrade, but unfortunately I broke off the tip, so I carry this right now. It's got little serrations. Not a big fan of serrations either. Just great fold knife. Holds a point really well. Let's see. Got the Trusteel wallet. Unfortunately, mine's not duct taped like my buddy. Paracord doesn't hurt. Pretty good bit of paracord to carry on your wrist. I know most people wear them for fashion purposes, but I actually use it in case I get stuck somewhere. Now, I love my Columbia watch. I've taken this thing everywhere. It's been deep in water and creeks and all kinds of infested places. Unfortunately, this man has drugged me through, and it's made it out on the other side working.
What is there a model to that?
I don't believe so. Just about everything Columbia makes is great, so you almost can't go wrong. And I think that about does it for my EDC. How about you?
Real quick, I wear generally true spec pants. People always ask me, how do I carry so much crap? True spec makes awesome trousers. We don't get money from anybody, I promise. But true spec is good. Proper International. They're a cheaper brand. The BDU trouser they make, I love the pockets on them. I'm wearing 511 boots. I hate their mag pouches. I hate damn near everything they make, except the 511 Speed 2.0 boot. This boot right here. I don't know how well you can see that. Doing some yoga shit here. They're awesome. We use caustic cleaner for coils where I work, and it will chew through rubbers, plastics, leather, shit that boots are made of.
Yeah.
It's springtime. We're doing a lot of that. These boots have been soaked in it. And they're holding up great. I'm absolutely thrilled with these. They're the Speed 2.0s. These are the last model. The 3.0s are out now. What kind of shoes do you usually rock?
Usually rock some Nike Air Maxes and blue jeans. So keep it concealed. I keep it discreet. Not carrying around a sub 2000 in a book bag. But I believe that does it for you. And it's
I'm good.
for me. Thanks for checking out Southern Outdoor Central. Stay tuned for